What's up, you guys? I'm going to try and kill two birds with one stone in this video, and one, showcase a freestyle leg workout that you can do with a Total Gym or Weider Ultimate Bodyworks, and I'll also showcase a couple new exercises that kind of came about just by doing this exercise in this workout. Specifically, I'll talk about this Suspender Squat that I kind of found out or just kind of discovered while I was doing this. So I'll put timestamps down below for all the exercises and links in the description box. Always helpful, again, if you guys like and or subscribe. I was debating about doing a full follow-along workout. You definitely could do the full follow-along because I didn't leave anything out in this video. I just edited down all the exercises or all the reps that I did, so you can always just do the rep range that suits you. I was really kind of going to not really failure, but just kind of off of feeling for all these exercises. And this is a great workout, guys, because honestly, not that I'm always encouraging feeling sore after a workout, but I definitely felt way more sore than I thought I was. And this was a workout. I really wasn't in the mood to even do a workout this day, but particularly even legs. So I kind of just, as I always encourage you guys, I just jumped on the machine, just started having fun. And this is kind of what came about of it. So definitely a different workout. I don't think I've really done a full leg workout like this. But right now in the beginning here, just see me kind of warm up with just these leg push-offs. I've done this a few times, this particular exercise, and as always, I say this a lot, but I'm always thinking about this anytime I'm doing legs, especially using the Total Gym. I feel like I can really emphasize this, is always working and thinking about the glutes taking a grunt of the work. I always think it's important to kind of keep the glutes strong. That helps a number of things, but it's always good to kind of focus on those because your body will always kind of want to gear towards your quads anyways. So if you work thinking about your glutes, odds are you'll be working your hamstrings as well too. What I'm doing here, you saw me, I'm just kind of transitioning. I'm kind of shifting to one side, but I'm keeping the movement going. Even though you're not seeing my rest periods, I pretty much took very minimal rest periods other than kind of thinking about, in some instances, what exercise I was doing here. But really, this is me just kind of going off the cuff, just moving around the machine, working my leg from different angles. I'm using that big squat stand, which I've always talked about before. Just feels really good if you guys can get a hold of one, or you can attach one onto whatever model machine. That's always gonna be beneficial. However, I think you can still make this work for even smaller squat stands if you guys don't have a larger squat stand. Then you guys are going to see me just do this, basically this kind of jump squat. I start incorporating these kind of throwing my legs out and then coming back up. This is something good to do if you're doing like a core and leg workout. I've said this in a couple of videos. I think I've done a couple of videos also with this specifically where I do legs and my core, or just you could say abdominals, whatever. And this is good because you definitely kind of can feel this in the lower abdominals, just kind of throwing your legs up there. I'm going to go ahead and kind of mess with the settings. I won't show this in all the exercises, but I do kind of manipulate the settings. For the most part, I do keep this at a higher incline. And then I'm just kind of going back to the second set of what I just kind of started with, just these little leg push-offs, really focusing on pushing off the glutes as well. Big part of this too is really focusing on that eccentric load. So as I'm coming down, trying to kind of absorb that tension in my legs as well, just as much as I'm kind of giving it and as I'm pushing off from the back end. So you're just seeing the cuts of me changing positions. Keep in mind though, as I'm doing this workout, I'm doing a lot more reps at each of those angles. It's totally up to you. So each position you guys see, I'm probably getting at least 10 to, I'd say 15 repetitions each of those settings. So I'm just kind of showing you me when I'm transitioning at different angles. So I'll face straight and then I'll kind of turn to my side throughout this kind of sequence of kind of pushing off the machine. And this is something new I did. It might look a little weird on the video, but it actually feels really good, especially with everything else kind of combined. You definitely kind of feel this. It's like I guess you could say it's like a modified jump squat, even though I guess it's called the last one a jump squat, but you're just jumping back on and off the machine. I'll do that again with some weighted tension in the bands, but again, I did that for maybe about 10 to 15 repetitions. And when you kind of consider everything else kind of building up upon each other, I honestly think that might have been the one exercise that got me really sore, because after this workout I was pretty sore in my butt and also sore in my quads, which isn't too surprising. This one, just kind of single leg push-offs, just kind of swaying to each side. I've done this before too, another staple exercise I like to do. Really easy, guys, to put these kind of freestyle exercises in. I think I raised the incline here. This feels a little bit better doing this kind of jump squat. Again, the high squat stand would probably be good, but you can see my feet are still landing pretty low, so a low squat stand would also work as well. Then I go back to this weighted overhead squat with a little bit of a glute bridge as well. I've done this many times. I think I said this a couple times. This might be, I probably say this for a lot of exercises, but that was one of my favorite exercises. Then I do some glute kickbacks. This is actually set up on my machine for a while. I've been doing this for, I'd say, a couple days, at least a few leg workouts in a row. I've been doing these glute kickbacks. That purple band's been sitting there. Then I do this jump squat again. So this is like my third set, I guess, I've been doing with this. And I love doing this jump squat exercise. So then I kind of combine it back with a few reps locked in there. You can see my kids are all around me, guys. You guys don't realize that. In all these videos, I'm filming stuff with toy. If you see what's behind the camera, you guys would probably be laughing. Now here's that suspender squat I was talking about. it's a little cumbersome to kind of get into. You got to be able to get in a low squat position. You anchor it down below. Probably a high squat stand most likely will be necessary. You could do it with a low squat stand for sure, but your heels, or the front part of your foot's going to be off the squat stand. But what you don't want to do is you kind of have to get even tension to start, and then put one band on and the other band on top as well. This felt really good, but what you can't do is you can't just yank one side on and then do the other side. You have to get kind of moderate tension in both, and then kind of put one on like that. Oh, there's still moderate tension on the other side, and then load the other side. So notice this time I kind of loaded up 2 bands. You could load a lot of heavy bands. I think I might have shown in the video, I loaded up 2 really heavy bands. That gets a little bit harder just to kind of set it up on your shoulder. In my opinion, it doesn't cause really much shoulder stress. It might in some people, so I can't guarantee that. But really good exercise. This is something that's going to be kind of a new staple for sure when I do legs. Again, I'm just kind of calling it a suspender squat. I even looked online. I thought maybe someone has already figured this out. Maybe not with the total gym, but maybe with like weights. And I think a couple people called. I didn't really say anything basically exactly like this, where you kind of loop the bands around your shoulders like that. So it looks like a suspender, so it makes sense. I would just call it suspender squat. Feels really, really good. If you take anything away from this video, if you got a total gym or Ultimate and Bodyworks, I'd suggest giving this a try. It's definitely good workout all around, but definitely this is a particularly good exercise to incorporate on leg day. So that's really it, you guys. Hopefully you got something out of this. Please let me know any questions or comments. I'd love to know any comments if you guys want to see full follow along freestyle workouts like this, or would you guys prefer me I just kind of cut it up, because that's kind of helps me decide how I want to edit these together for you guys, as far as you guys using these as workouts for yourselves. That's it. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.